Welcome back on the channel, Bratans. Two highly bullish signals appeared right now. We see green dot appeared on the market cipher B. You see here, always when we saw this green dot, for example, here in March, we saw massive pump in the Bitcoin market. And also we see here the MACD, the green line crossed the red line. And this is usually also a very bullish sign. Last time when we saw this, for example, also here in March, when the green line crossed the red line, we saw again a massive pump in the Bitcoin market, and so does also the altcoins. Let us quickly watch. Another big thing is what nobody speaks from the YouTubers, this huge CME gap which appeared in May 2022, which is still not closed. It's around between 36,000 and between 34,000. And the crazy thing is, I mean, it's not a guarantee that they will close these gaps, but they tend to be closed. For example, we saw here on the weekend, the same happened on the weekend. The market closed, the old-fashioned market closed on Friday. We had here the CME gap, and today on Monday, we perfectly closed this CME gap as you see it here. So the probability is very, very highly that we will close the CME gap at around 36K. And what perfectly speaks about for this theory that we will close this gap at 36K is the price target also from this rising channel. The rising channel, the top of the channel, is exactly at around 36K. Not only this, but also our big price target, if we are zooming out, the big price target is our red line, which is also around 36K. This is a 2 years support resist line, 3 years support resist line. You see it here. We had support, 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 and here turned support into resistance, and right now it will turn into resistance. I'm speaking since months about that the big price target from this relief rally, it's not a bull market yet, but from this relief rally is around 36K, and this is also adding to our theory that we will reach the price target around 36K. We are still also in this falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. The technical price target, in case we are breaking it at around 37,300, 37,400, technical price target is around 30,000, 31K. So this would be a nice long opportunity if you're not already in a long position. So this could be a long opportunity of around 13%. Do always your own research, Bratans. The crazy thing is also the total crypto market cap showing us also a very highly bullish sign. Market cipher B, this green dot on the total crypto market cap. And you know, total crypto market cap is one of the biggest signals which you have to watch. This is how we exactly identified the bottom of the market. So it also on the daily showing us this green dot, which tells us we should see in the next days or weeks some bullishness in the market. But now be very careful and hear me out for really 1 minute. Take your attention off all this dirty stuff which you're usually watching and hear me out right now, because the total crypto market cap, if we are zooming in on the 4-hourly, we still have this bearish divergence. You see here the price is going down while the RSI is going up. This is called a bearish divergence on the 4-hourly. So on the daily, we have a bullish sign on the market cipher B, but on the 4-hourly, if we're zooming in, we have a bearish divergence on total crypto market cap. Also, if we are zooming in on the 4-hourly on the Bitcoin price, we have also here a bearish divergence. The price is going down while the RSI is going up. Again, it's a bearish divergence. This bearish divergence will only be invalid if we are breaking above 27,500, which is our weekly, this is our monthly resistance line. So we have to break above 27,400 or 500, as I told you on the weekend, in order to make this bearish divergence invalid. So be very careful. If we are watching the S&P 500 on the weekly, but before I coming to the S&P 500, let us quickly speak about this. So we have on the daily, we have very bullish signs. If we're zooming in on the 4-hourly, we have very bearish signs. So what this potentially could mean, that we could see in the immediate short term, we could see some bearishness in the market, but in the next days, in the midterm, next days and weeks, you could see some bullishness in the market. However, it's not a guarantee, but this is what the technical analysis telling us, and we have always to consider a lot of components or a lot of different technical analysis in order to understand the direction of the market. So the bullishness we perfectly identified. So this pump we perfectly identified with the bullish divergence which we had here. We had here the RSI was up, but the price was down. This is how we perfectly traded this bullishness in the market. But right now on the 4-hourly, we could see some bearishness in the market, except we are breaking 27,400, right? So wait a minute, where we've been, Black, where we've been. Yes, so let's speak also about the S&P 500, because this is what I really don't like, because in the very big picture, the S&P 500 on the weekly showing us a bearish divergence. We see the price is going down while the RSI is going up. This is a massive bearish divergence and we are heavily overbought on the weekly. But again, if we consider the very big picture looks like this. I'm zooming out and show you here on the very big picture. Wait a minute, it was here. Because the interesting thing is, on the very big picture, we are expecting that obviously we should see some more drop to the downside on the weekly picture. So this is the big picture. Because always we had a relief rally to the upside and then we have some dump before the real bull market happened. And so right now what we are speaking here, in the immediate short term, again, on the 4-hourly, we see some bearishness. So we could see a little bit more dump. Then in the midterm, we could see some more pump because the market's showing us that a lot of bullishness, MACD and market cipher B. So we could go to 35, 36K or a little bit higher. And then we could see this massive drop to 19, 18 or even 17,000 to retest our red support line. And after it, we are going in the bull market when we are closer to the halving here at April 2024. I mean, it would perfectly fit in this theory what happened here previous also in all the bull markets, bear markets. We had a massive drop, then we bottomed out, then we had a relief rally, and then we had another near the bottom, and then we had the bull, and then the bull market began. So right now it perfectly, Suka, this is a big bug. And right now it perfectly fits in this theory. You see here we bottomed out. Here maybe end of the year we bottoming again out, and then the relief rally will begin. So immediate short term, as I told you, if you didn't understand, go a little bit back and watch the video again, Bratans. Don't forget also moon phases. I know if you don't like astrology, I like a little bit astrology, but technically speaking, always when you have a full moon, there's a 70 to 80% mathematical probability that we see pump based on the history. Also, when we have a new moon, this blue circle, we have 70 to 80% probability of a dump. And right now we are in a new moon, so the probability that we are dumping again to 25K is very, very likely, 70 to 80%, which would again speak to our theory that in the immediate short term on the 4-hourly, the total crypto market cap and the total crypto market and the Bitcoin price here showing us bearish divergences. So it perfectly fits in with the moon phases, with the full moon and the new moon phases. The dollar is getting a little bit stronger on the daily. However, we are expecting the dollar further going down to 101 points approximately, which would be bullish if the dollar further going to downside, because if dollar sinks, Bitcoin pump. If dollar pump, Bitcoin is dumping. You see here this huge bug blind. Look at this one, you see? Okay, also if you're watching the funding rates, which are very important to watch, we see right now the funding rates are getting right now mixed, some positive, some negative funding rates. We don't like this. We want to see more negative funding rates in order to 100% sure, or not 100% sure, in order to know there's very high probability that we will see a pump. So right now, there are funding rates showing us a mixed sign, which also not very clear for us, but in order to be very sure that we see a pump, so a bounce back to the upside, we need more negative funding rates, which again speaks for the probability that we will see in the immediate short term some little bit downside, maybe to 25K, maybe 24,800 to retest our monthly support line, and then a bounce back to the upside. So the whole market on the monthly basis looks very red. So we need in the midterm some bounce back to the upside. It always works in waves. I'm still right now in my AVE position, long position, which is $7,000 in a loss. I told you I remain in my long position, which is still a nice long opportunity in my opinion, not a financial advice, do your own research. But if you would go right now into a long position, set your stop loss at $5 approximately, and your price target $160, which is the price target of this symmetrical triangle, then this is a risk reward ratio of 2.3. In my opinion, amazing risk reward ratio, and you can use from Bybit this $1,000 free long position. You don't have even to use your own money. Do your own research, not financial advice, bratans. We see the whole market is mixed right now. In the last 24 hours, we saw ApeCoin dumped 5%, Pepe dumped 5%. Render token dumped 3.8%. Render token is definitely a blue chip project, which potentially it's an AI project, where could right now be a potential possibility to load up for the bull market 2023, 2024. I bought also some altcoins, bratans. I showed you in my Telegram group, because in my Telegram group I show you get there 2 signals a day for immediate short-term trading, but also I'm showing you personally which portfolio I'm building for the bull market 2023, 2024, because right now is the time to buy in the right altcoins, because right now the millionaires are made and the billionaires, and not in the bull market after the halving 2024, 2025. So if you want to join this Telegram group, link is also down below. It's a Telegram bot. Just click down below and the Telegram bot will guide you how to join this Telegram group. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions, write me down below. I kiss you and I see you later.